Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Dr. Sumed from Bio Tutor. In this video, I will continue with the endocrine system. This is second video of the endocrine system. You can watch my video in endocrine system first video in my YouTube channel. Today, I will talk about endocrine system, the other endocrine glands. In the first video, I have talked about hypothalamus and pituitary. In this video, I will talk about the other glands. Those are thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, adrenal glands, Langerhans glands in pancreas, gonads, thymus, and pineal gland. When we consider thyroid gland, my dear students, there's a specific thing in this endocrine system. If you are taking hypothalamus will act on anterior pituitary. Pituitary will act on another gland. So that will stimulate or inhibit a gland. So like that, there's an axis of that axis of event. So you can memorize that one by that axis. So TRH secretion from hypothalamus and pituitary anterior pituitary secrete TSH. TSH will control thyroid gland. Thyroid gland will secrete thyroid hormone T4 or 3 T3. Just like that, there's axis. So thyroid, this is you call thyroid axis. So when we consider thyroid gland is in the neck and it is just below the larynx and it is in front of the trachea, the front of the trachea. If you take, it has two lobes and thyroid gland will secrete thyroid hormones. So there are two thyroid hormones, triiodothyronine and thyroxine. Triiodothyronine, you call it T3 and thyroxine, you call it T4. This is depending on the iodine molecule inside this hormone. So what are the effects of this thyroid hormone, especially thyroxine? They will increase the basal metabolic rate and heat production and regulate the metabolism of carbohydrate, protein and fat. Also, these thyroid hormones are very important in normal growth and development of the skeletal nervous system. And dear students, please remember these things. They will maintain the blood pressure and heart rate, also the muscle tone. And they will act on the digestive system and reproductive function and regulate those things. In addition to thyroid hormone, thyroid will secrete calcitonin. So this is the hormone which is act on calcium level and it will reduce the low of the blood calcium if the level is raised above the normal limit. And please remember, if the level is not above the normal limit, it won't lower. But it will lower the blood calcium level if it is more than the normal limit. And it is about the thyroid gland. When we consider the parathyroid gland, there are four small glands which is situated in the posterior surface of the thyroid gland. That is backside of the thyroid gland and it is embedded in the thyroid gland. And the production of the parathyroid hormone is there and this hormone will promote calcium level, high calcium level in the blood. So this will increase the calcium level of the blood. It is by reabsorption of the calcium from the in, uh, kidney and also absorption of the calcium, increase the absorption of the calcium in the intestine, thereby increasing the calcium level. When we consider thymus gland, it is in the upper part of the chest and the hormone thymosin is secreted by thymus gland and this will regulate the development of the T lymphocyte and also maintain maturation of the T lymphocyte. So the other one, this is the gland which is in the back of the brain, in the brain. So it is pineal gland. Pineal gland will secrete melatonin. Melatonin is very important in regulation of biological rhythm. Whether it is night or day, that is what we call diurnal variation or circadian rhythm. That is what you are doing in the night and day, and also important in reproduction. So the cyclical event of the reproduction also important, this melatonin. So with up to the maturation of reproductive system, this will keep the inactivity of the reproductive system. When we consider with the pancreas, pancreas is a endocrine gland as well as exocrine gland. That means it will secrete hormone. Also, the Langerhans pancreas also secrete other enzymes. So it is also act as exocrine gland. When we know that in an endocrine gland we don't have duct, but in an exocrine gland, exocrine part it has a duct. And the pancreas is situated behind the stomach and in the curve of the duodenum. When we consider Langerhans cells, there are two types of cells. Alpha cell will secrete glucagon and beta cell will secrete insulin. Glucagon will promote the glucose level and it will increase the glucose level, and beta cell will lower the blood glucose level. Beta cell will lower the blood glucose level through the insulin. Beta insulin, BE. Keep remember very well, otherwise we will mix the two. And what is the action of these two, or both of these two enzymes? This is glucagon and insulin. They will act on liver and skeletal muscles, and they will control the blood glucose level. The other important gland is the adrenal gland, and it is situated in the superior to the each kidney. And when we consider about the axis of the adrenal gland, hypothalamus secrete corticotropin releasing hormone, and this will act on pituitary gland and the pituitary part of the pituitary gland, and this will secrete adrenocorticotropic hormone, and adrenocorticotropic hormone will act on adrenal cortex, and that will secrete cortisol and aldosterone. So that is the hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis. When we consider adrenal gland, it is superior to each kidney, and you can divide the adrenal gland into two parts: adrenal cortex and adrenal medulla. When we get the adrenal cortex, there are two types of hormones which is secreted from the adrenal cortex: glucocorticoids and mineralocorticoids. So main glucocorticoid is cortisol, and the effect of the cortisol is to maintain the effect of the glucose metabolism. And main mineralocorticoid is aldosterone, and it is act on water and electrolyte balance, and also through the water and electrolyte balance it will regulate blood volume and blood pressure. When we consider the adrenal medulla, there's no control of hormone to the adrenal medulla. Adrenal medulla is controlled by nerve stimulation, that is through the sympathetic nerve stimulation, and this will mediate short-term stress response, and it is very important for the flight or fight condition in the body. So adrenaline, that is you also call epinephrine, and noradrenaline, that is norepinephrine, is secreted from the adrenal medulla. The function of these hormones are increasing the heart rate and blood pressure. They will increase heart rate and blood pressure and divert the blood to essential organs such as heart, brain, skeletal muscles, and reduce the blood supply to the other area like digestive system, and because you want instant energy, not the getting it and absorb like that, but you want instant energy. For that method you increase the metabolic rate, and also the adrenal medulla promote the glucose release into the circulating blood, and also they will increase the glycogen breakdown in liver and skeletal muscle, also increase the fatty acid release. By all these mean, adrenal medulla, the hormone of the adrenal medulla increase the glucose or the chemical to get the high energy instantly. Right. When we talk about gonadal axis, that is hypothalamus pituitary gonads. In hypothalamus, GnRH release will act on anterior pituitary release FSH and LH. LH will act on ovaries and testes, and ovaries will produce ovary hormone, and testes will produce testicular hormones. Testis, that is testosterone and inhibin. We will talk about it now. When we consider ovaries, ovaries is the female sexual organ, that is we call it a gonad. So ovaries in the pelvis. So ovarian follicle will secrete estrogen and corpus luteum will secrete progesterone. So estrogen and progesterone will act with FSH and LH, and they will control the menstruation, the cycle. They will regulate the menstrual cycle and also maintain the pregnancy, and they prepare the mammary gland for the lactation. So there's a establishment or maintain of feminine sexual characteristic by the these sexual hormones, estrogen and progesterone. And also in addition to that, ovaries secrete inhibin hormone. This inhibin hormone will inhibit secretion of FSH from the anterior pituitary. If we consider about the male gonad, that is testis, uh, interstitial cell will secrete testosterone. From this testosterone, that will regulate the production of the sperm. And also testosterone will stimulate the development and maintenance of masculine secondary sex characteristics. They will promote the secondary sexual characteristics of the male. And also testis, through the Sertoli cell will secrete inhibin. This inhibit the secretion of FSH from the anterior pituitary. So my dear students, so those are the endocrine glands that we are discussing this video. And my previous video, I have summarized all these hormones. So you can go into my YouTube channel and you can refer that video. And you can come into my website mybiotutor.com and Facebook page AL Biotutor. Thank you. Let's meet up in the next video.